Hey guys, what's up? It's Jax and Wild, and today we are back on the Cavecraft SMP server to continue some fantastical fantasy building.
That's right, we're back here in Fairyland to continue our work on our Flower Fairy Castle. This week we're adding in the bridge.
So yes, last week we started this beautiful castle, and we've continued a little bit more work off camera as well by starting in this second turret here and a part of this wall on the other side. But this turret here is going to be the same as this one here.
Don't we, JJ?
Yes, we do.
We've got a big hole here because between these two turrets we're going to be having a gate, but the gate doesn't lead anywhere at the moment. It leads to a giant chasm. Yes. It's not very fairy-like at all.
Not very fairy-like at all, Wild.
No. So we're going to be adding a winding bridge that goes over this chasm and it almost looks like it's floating, and it will wind all the way down to the bottom where we can connect it up with some roads in the valley.
And this, instead of having this bridge fully floating, it's going to be sort of spoked up or held up by a few vines, which are going to have a similar size to these flower stems here, and it being the same style.
Oh yes, they're going to be such a whimsical touch, aren't they?
They really are. Okay, let's grab some materials because we need to build this bridge and we need blocks, and I've just got loads of scaffolding because I know we'll need loads of that.
Oh, I think we will, JJ.
Now, my first step for me is going to be placing in loads of scaffolding. Absolutely loads of it here. We've
got the first few blocks in, and for the bridge, we're going to be starting mainly with some smooth sandstone to match the castle, and then we'll be going in and adding some texture with some upside down stairs, some dirt to plant some flowers on, as well as some birch, which works well with
Creeper.
Sandstone. Oh, JJ,
I'm on 1.5 hearts, Wild. I'll build scaffolding, but...
Oh, that's right. I can hop down.
Should be able to reach. Should be able to reach. I need to get some food quickly, just because. Sorry, I'm on 1.5 hearts.
That's a very important thing, JJ.
It is. Now I dumped a lot of stuff in here, so there's going to be food in here. Yep, there is. There is 10 steak. Perfect.
Oh, that should be enough. And I think if you look in the is that in the other things chest, JJ?
Oh, that was just in one that I made to dump.
Oh, right. Well, in the other things chest, there's some more steak if you need it.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, yes, we're going to need such a lot of scaffolding here, aren't we, JJ?
We are. So I'm just starting by placing in these large platforms for us. There we go.
Thank you.
Okay, so Wild, now that we've gone this way a little bit, we want to come back and curve around, do you reckon?
Yes, I think we want to start curving. So
let me just get a shot, have a look at how this is forming on the top. Now this here, Wild, I reckon this block here, oh, no, actually no. So we should need to place a... Wild.
Come on, JJ.
Oh my goodness, Wild.
The platform needs to be bigger.
It does.
We're going to need so much scaffolding.
We really are.
Oh, and there's a skeleton. I'm going to die.
Run, Wild, run.
Oh,
no.
This is a perfect example of why we need this bridge, is so we can walk over this large, dangerous hole in the ground, straight down to the safety of Fairyland. How are we going to get my things, JJ?
I don't know. Oh my goodness, that was very traumatic.
Got our things, and JJ died shortly after I did.
Yes, so
it's quite disastrous.
But
we've got a bigger platform now.
We have.
That's a bit better.
So we're going to come.
So we're going to come around there.
To there.
1, 2.
2 like that. Perfect, Wild.
Looking very good, very good. So
along like that, and then this. And then...
Oh, goodness. Building downwards with slabs has got to be the trickiest thing.
It really is. Okay, so that's looking pretty good there.
And then we'll be also coming in underneath the slabs once we've got our base shape in to add a little bit more dimension. And once we add in the dirt blocks, we'll want to cover those up so you don't see them from the bottom. So
of course. Because we're going to be adding in some dirt blocks to put in some flowers.
We might need to come one more out to the side.
Do you reckon?
Do we think?
Hold on.
Okay, I think we need to come... What am I looking at here? What am
I looking at? So very hard to look at, guys, because if you have a look at this,
they all have the same texture. They all
blend in, so it's very tricky to see.
Easier to see from the top. Okay,
we have this. So we definitely need to come down now.
This looks good. All right, now we need to come down and come this way. break. And I'm gonna come, yep. And then one more forward all the way across.
Yep.
And we'll go right out to...
No, right there, actually.
One more over, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like this.
Just like this.
And
we could even come in here a bit, JJ, to help with the flow of the curve. I think this is
yeah, that
good.
works, that works. So it's going to curve out like this, and I think now
Shall
we can...
start curving back in, do you think?
I think so. I think we should.
Alright. Hang on, this is going to be tricky with this scaffolding.
It is. We're going to have to add more scaffolding out here.
And we can break the scaffolding that we don't need anymore as well.
Or should we try and leave it while, because we have got quite a bit here, and we'll be needing it to come in and add the dirt and stuff and the bits under it.
That is true. That is true.
But let's try and leave it. We have got quite a bit of scaffolding.
Till the very last moment.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, such a lot of bridging. But it's going to be so good.
It is going to be amazing.
One of the reasons why we have to have such a curvy bridge here is because we're going down in groups of 2 or 3 slabs each time. It's going to take quite a windy long way to get down.
And if we had just stairs going up, it'd look rather boring. We want to have that whimsical feel with the curve, because bridges really are normally curved. Oh, whoa.
Are you okay there, JJ?
Yes, I thought I died, but it's okay. No, I was caught on the scaffolding, you know?
Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So now we're coming down and out again. So coming into the edge. Thank you for the scaffolding there, Bear.
And then with this here, we want to...
wrap it around.
Oh, no, wait.
And then we can come out.
So I reckon we cut this here.
More.
Cut there, and then, so then we come out one more, Just as we're curving in. I reckon we do that again, Wild. That step, but like in like this.
5. Hang on, we've got to break these ones underneath. Yes, I think so.
Like that.
Okay, and I might even...
So let's quickly run down this bridge and see what we've got. Let's run down this bridge.
Here.
Oh, there's so much bridging to do, Wild.
It is. We've only done maybe a little tiny quarter.
Maybe an 1/8.
Maybe.
Because it all depends on where this bridge ends up. Now it's going to possibly wrap around and
spiral.
spiral. It could.
Up.
Oh,
somewhere probably around here would be ideal.
Yeah.
And then we can have the road going off towards the valley.
But we will have to spiral around soon. So we should almost start going into the spiral. Not going into it, but preparing for the spiral now with this curve. Do you agree, Wild?
I agree totally.
So we've moved this around, the scaffolding around a little bit, because we've continued our bridge, and you can see here we're starting to spiral down now. This is our first turn before we start to spiral out of control.
All the way back there, and then all the way back here. And this is going to require some very careful maneuvering to pull a horse and cart up.
Yes, it is. It definitely is. Would it be a horse and cart, Wild, if it's a magical fairyland, though? That's a question.
Oh, it would be a Pegasus and cart.
Yeah, so would they just fly?
Well, there's that too. I suppose they could fly. But even fairies need to rest their wings sometimes.
Very true, very true.
So I'm going to come
place that like that.
This way.
Place that there. Perfect.
And I think we want to come out one here. Yes. Whoa. I'm falling wild.
You are wild.
Now I want to put this one like this. Going around the corners is definitely the trickiest part of this slab business, isn't it?
It definitely is. Okay, so that is the start of that, and then we're going to drop down here.
Now we want to come another layer out.
We're going to add a little corner shape here.
It's definitely helps when working on this kind of build to think of everything in terms of simpler shapes.
Yes.
So, corners and squares and those sorts of things. All right. So
does that go like that? Yes, it does. And then this
let me have a look from
comes out like this, Wild.
How shall our curve curve?
No, this goes out like that. So this is a bit of a bigger one.
Curvy.
And then we straighten it up a little bit.
Yes, we do straighten it up a little bit. I think.
Yeah, we do.
So
like that.
Let's see.
Then we come across like this.
Coming down a bit now.
Like this. Going straight across. There we go. Just put up a little bit more scaffolding.
And do we want to have yes, we want to have one maybe around the corner here. I think would look nice.
Yep. Did you go down to... Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
So now we're going around that corner.
Then we're going to come down one more, aren't we?
This way. Yes.
Just like this.
There's a hole in our scaffolding.
There's a hole in the scaffolding.
Fall quite as far.
Quite as far.
Luckily.
Good.
So we're going to meet up with here. Break this
perfect. And then...
Good. How's it looking from above there, JJ?
It's looking... I'm just going to get a little bit of a bird's eye view to get like the smoothness. It's looking pretty smooth. However, I reckon we should chop this one back here and do this just to... Yeah, I think I prefer it like... Oh. I think I like it like this, Wild, because it adds a little bit... It follows... See this here? How there's...
Oh, yes.
It follows that down.
Oh, although we will have to see how things go when we start adding dirt.
Yes.
Because we're going to be adding in some texture, which is also going to change up the shape and kind of leveling of the bridge.
Yes, it is.
To add in some different heights.
Now I'm just going to quickly go sleep, Wild.
Sleep, JJ.
Yes.
Yeah, it's getting pretty dark.
Wild, you know what the best part is about coming down close to the level, to the ground level?
No need for scaffolding.
No need for scaffolding. So just a quick look at what we've done. Is that we've curved around here, we've continued the spiral, and we just added in this little bit off camera. And so now we're going to be coming down and sort of finishing off the bridge, hopefully around where Wild is standing. It'll possibly just be around here, and we might have to do a little bit of terraforming though.
Yes, and that'll add a nice little cliff edge here to match the one that the castle's sitting on too. Actually, JJ. So that'll be quite a nice look. Anyway, if we need to go ahead and do that.
It will definitely. So now we're going to come like this.
The other thing you'll notice while we're putting this in is that each of the steps isn't the same kind of depth. Some of them are 1 slab, some of them are 2, and some of them are even 3.
And that gives it almost a magic carpet type feel, if you understand what I mean. Like something was lifted from the ground, and that magic carpet type feel makes it look really whimsical, doesn't it, Wild?
That's very true. It's also quite an organic shape, which works considering we're a flower castle in a flowerish type biome with mushroom houses and such.
Does that come out to there?
Yes, I think so. We're almost at the very bottom, JJ.
We almost are. Okay, so now that we've got that...
So how many have we got across? One,
we need one more of these.
One more of those. And then I reckon we can start curving back in the other direction, do you think? We'll come down a little bit first.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to quickly run up and grab some dirt, okay? I can even run up these. Yes. I can even run up the stairs, Wild.
You can run up our stairs. Our newly put in stairs.
It's so fun to run up, Wild.
They are? Oh, that is good.
They're very fun to run up. Have we got dirt up here?
3. Do we have dirt? We certainly do. It's in the dirt chest.
Dirt and moss chest. So I'm going to grab a load of this dirt and I'll bring it down, and I can help start terraforming and bringing that out and creating that cliff edge. We might even want to... Oh, wait. I'm going to grab some stone as well, because we want to create a cliff edge. Stone is very important.
We should have quite a bit of smelted stone ready to go that we're using for the stone bricks in the castle.
We do. Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm
running
to the
back
final
down.
Couple pieces.
Oh my goodness, Wild. I'm running down. I'm jumping. I'm skipping steps in the bridge.
I think we're almost up to where we want it to end.
Oh, okay, look at this.
So here we go.
So this is going to need to come... Where's a natural spot for this to come out? Like this.
Well, we'll need to come out a good few blocks.
We might actually have to start a bit further back.
For the road. So yes, I would start a bit further back and have a nice curve. Oh my goodness, my jumping skills are failing today.
Oh no. Wild's normally the supreme jumper.
I know, I was having terrible trouble jumping onto the bridge.
Okay, so there... Okay, wait, Wild. So this here is sort of... Is that a good... That's a good starting point, at least. And we can bring this out from here, and we'll terraform that more now.
We'll also need to grab some light, so we have... we don't have darkness underneath.
Oh, yes.
Because
very true, Wild.
A very bad thing for mobs.
So...
Okay, this is the final section, JJ.
The final... section. Okay.
Alrighty. Connecting it up.
Oh, this looks great.
Connecting it up and...
Boom. Now...
Oh, you're right. This is fun to run up.
It is super fun to run up.
And you get a great view of the flowers and the mushrooms from here.
Oh, you really do when you're up there. It looks great.
It's such a lovely walkway up to our castle. We've really got to get some serious building done in that. We've got, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 5 or 6 turrets to go in, just at the front, and then we might even be having some really big ones at the back as well.
Yeah, so we got our turrets adding in at the front there. You even got the start of one of the turrets down there.
Oh yes, I put that in so we knew where our gate.
Now, do we want this cliff edge to be sort of being pulled in like this, Wild?
Yes, I think we want to follow a similar sort of style to what we followed with the one that the castle's sitting on.
Okay,
that way
perfect.
it all ties together.
Gonna have to break this dirt here and replace it with stone.
Doing some edge shaping here.
Oh, great. It's good to. And
Looking good.
this up onto there. It's looking pretty good. So we got lots of this stone to add in. So let's get going on this. Oh, what are you?
Vine time.
Yeah, what are you
JJ?
starting here? This vine is going to look awesome. I'm so excited. I'm going to be planting. I'm not going to be planting. I'm going to be placing some lamps and lanterns around the place here. And the first one is going to go right here, I reckon.
Are these plant lamps or regular lamps?
These are regular lamps.
I reckon we should have some plant lamps, and we can create them by hanging some lanterns off of the vines here.
Great idea, Wild. And so now we're going to go with a block here, and then like that. Can I hang a lantern off of that? I can, but I'm not going to hang a lantern straight off of that. I'm going to be hanging it off of an amethyst cluster, a chain, and then a lantern.
And that fits in perfectly with our castle up there.
It does. Ah, perfect. Now we're going to move up and place a few more of these.
Oh goodness, okay, I'm spiraling round. This is giving me flashbacks to the spirally path, JJ. But
yes.
These are small green spirally.
Yes, instead of large ones.
Okay,
One.
so what I'm
two,
doing for these vines here is I've started at the top where I want the vine to meet up with the bridge, and so I've done the top part of it, and now I'm going to come from underneath with a whole bunch of scaffolding and build back down to the ground, so that way I know it's going to hit the bridge at the right point.
Oh yes, great idea, Wild. I'm just doing my lamps, doing my little lampy lamp dance, you know.
Doing a lamp dance. I've just slept, so I
as
was
this
doing
turns-
the jumping on the white bed dance.
But
Okie
this
dokie.
curves like... Okay, hold on. This curves like this.
Whee!
So
Hi,
then we
JJ.
want another lamp here. Hello, Wild.
Hello. Okay, now. Oh, scaffolding time.
No, not like that.
Place.
1, 2, 3. 1.
Munch on
there.
some bread.
Boop, boop. Boop. Gotta be careful with this amethyst cluster because we don't have to break it because I haven't got my silk touch pickaxe on me.
Oh no, that would be a bit troublesome indeed.
It would be.
We only have so many amethyst clusters.
Yes, we
They're
are.
quite rare things.
They are.
Or at least valuable.
Well, annoying to get.
Yes. So we've
where
come
now?
down that way.
Here? Yeah, I reckon.
I'm back on a diagonal. And I'm going to be getting thicker towards the end of the stalk. Once we reach the ground, that is.
Yes, because it needs to have a nice base because otherwise it'd tip over.
Exactly.
Now, our whimsical stuff doesn't necessarily have to look proportionate, but things that are natural need to look sort of less whimsical.
Well, natural.
Yeah, less whimsical, but they still look whimsical, but just purely based off of their size.
Exactly. In this world, it's as if we are living in nature, but we're fairies, so everything is extra giant.
Everything.
So I've come on an angle like that. Right. Yes. Oh, I see. I need the angle over here first.
Oh, that is
Gosh.
a wrong block there. I need a place in
Scaffolding
the cluster
stuff.
there. Oh, the scaffolding
I
is...
really like those lights, JJ.
Thank you, Wild. Scaffolding is very tricky to use. Like, it's just so annoying sometimes. Like, sometimes dirt just feels easier, but it's just harder to break down.
Indeed. It is easier in the moment, but definitely not during cleanup.
No, not at all.
Unless you have a super shovel.
But even then, you have to climb up and around places to get to it.
That is true. Right, so now we're going to start making our vine get a little bit thicker. So I'm going to place...
There is the last lamp.
here and
Look
one
at that.
here. That's going to illuminate the bridge beautifully, JJ. And and illuminating the bridge with these lights, as well as the ones that are going to be hanging on these vines, will really make the shape of the bridge stand out, because the smooth sandstone has a very smooth texture, as you'd expect.
Yes,
which means
very smooth
that the
texture.
shadows don't show up quite so well unless you have some nice lighting.
Now, I also think I should go run up and grab some materials to add a little bit of texture to this bridge using maybe some birch wood, because although it is a wood instead of like a stone, it still is the same color, so it can add texture. So I'm going to go up and grab some of that wild.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I got some birch wild. We had none in the chest up there, so I had to run and grab some.
Hello, Gigi.
Oh,
That is good news that now we have some, and I've put in a
vine
vine.
is looking fabulous. Wild. Let me just turn shaders on quickly,
Oh,
just so we
thank
can
you
get.
very much.
Oh, look at this, and then let me just pan across to the
You can see
flowers.
I'm putting in another one here as well.
Oh, this is looking great. Wild. Let me have a look at the one you're putting in now. Oh, look at that. Looks
This is
fantastic.
a slightly smaller one. And then we're going to have one more very small one, which will be right about here-ish, I think.
Oh, awesome. I'm making a few birch slabs now, and I'm going to go ahead and break some random slabs along here and replace them with some birch.
Sounds like a very good plan. And then perhaps you can go in and add in some buttons and some pressure plates.
Oh yeah, good idea. Let's go ahead and do this.
And yes, I think as you're doing, sticking to groups of odd numbers always looks best for this kind of thing.
Yes, of course.
In fact, odd numbers look, they tend to work very well for all sorts of things when it comes to walls and grouping. So we're going to have three twisting vines here.
Yeah, so I'm staying odd numbers, and I'm using lots of threes and corners shapes because I love corner shapes when doing these patterns, because having them straight lines just looks a little bit boring.
That's a very good point, JJ. Yes, it just does make it feel more textured. I'm not really sure why, but it does.
It makes it feel more naturally random, even though it's planned.
Yes, yes, that's right. It does make it feel kind of natural, doesn't it? Like perhaps the road has worn away over time.
Yes.
With all the Pegasus that
Well, the Pegasus hooves.
Down one here. Alrighty, I'm starting to work on the thickening bit of the stalk here.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're almost at the ground.
Oh, look at that. You're doing that so well, so quickly as well, Wild. You've got the hang of these stalks now.
I certainly do, and I'm gonna go in and add in some white flowers once the actual stalk shape's in.
Oh, good idea. I can see those white
As well as
flowers.
some leaves.
Let's have a look at what you've done. I can see those white flowers as well on this other stalk that you've done here.
Yes, don't they add just a pop of brightness to the stalks?
They do. They
make
really
them
do.
look like they're really growing.
Okay, so now
That's
we
looking
make a few more slabs.
good. Now it's time for some leaves, JJ.
Ooh, leaves. Okay, let's go up here.
Alright, I
Add in-
need to leaf this block here.
Didn't.
And then leave this block here. And for the leaves, to add a bit of contrast between the moss that we're using for the twisting vines, I'm using some green concrete and some green wool, which are the same shades as in the blocks, but they're a flatter color.
Yes. Let's have a look at this. Look at these leaves that Wild's talking about. So yes, we can see that shade, and just although it isn't too different, it just because like when you think about it, leaves a lot of the time are that slightly different color. So we see that here.
Exactly. And the thing about adding contrast doesn't just have to come in the form of color, it can come in the form of texture too.
Yes.
Which is what we are employing here. Okay, I have another leaf up on a diagonal about
I'm almost
here, I
at the
think.
top with this here, Wild.
Oh yes,
With
that's
these,
very good, very
With
good.
this wood.
Very exciting indeed.
Yeah.
Now,
Would
I need
you
to
like to
come
help me?
up.
No. You're still going along with the
No, but
vines.
would you like to help me with some vines soon?
I need to go ahead and add in these dots and pressure plates, Wild.
Oh yes, the buttons and pressure plates.
Yes.
That's very true. That's very true. Well, I'm getting close to the final vine, and then I can add
tell that
in
looks
some plant
great.
lights.
Yes.
Plant lamp.
Plant lamps. Plamps.
Yes,
I hate that. Let's never call them
plants.
plamps. I hate that. Okay, so we need some birch buttons and some pressure plate. Oh, I made slabs, not pressure plates.
Oh, I hate doing that. That always sucks. Oh, the other thing I forgot to grab while I was up at the storage room is I'm going to need some bells for a few of these flowers because bells make very good flower centers, and we've used that same technique up on the castle, so it'll tie it all
And we use
together.
that in the white flowers down there, in a few of them.
Oh yes, that's true too. It's tying all of the elements throughout the fairy zone
Really
together.
is. Yeah, there we go. Need more pressure plates here.
Coming down for my leaf.
Pressure plates are great because they allow a little bit of the backgrounding sandstone to shine through.
Here.
Then we want to just run around and add in
true.
some buttons here.
And they're only just raised up.
Yes.
Just enough so it feels a bit different.
Running through and randomly placing these buttons, it's very boingy wild.
I was going to say, how come you just bounced by like a frog?
Like a frog indeed. Okay, so
You were a button placing frog.
that is a bridge texture, and if I had a bit of if I had some shaders on here, whoa, the time is so beautiful right now, wild. The shadow,
yay.
it's amazing. Walking
Is
up
it
this
just what we hoped for?
majestical vines. Oh, look at this, wild.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, I've just moved my leaf up one higher so that way you don't bonk your
Need to
head.
remove this, and there we go.
Okay, that's that leaf done. On to the final vine.
And I need to add in some dirt, little dirt flower, little dirt flower areas, don't I?
Oh yeah, they're gonna look lovely and add a great pop of color.
Oh, look at the bridge behind us, wild. Oh my goodness. And we've added some flowers, and we've got this extra vine in here, and we've added the lamps on the vines, and it just looks so fantastic. Let's walk up here slowly and have a look at all of this.
You're so right, JJ. All the finishing touches have really made this bridge something special. And I love the wandering walk all the way up to the castle. It really makes you really step back and look
really
at the detail
does.
in the castle. So I can't wait till we get adding in the other turrets, as well as the other builds happening around here in the fairyland.
And from a sky view, as you guys are seeing now, it really just sort of completes that sort of entrance into the castle. Although the entrance isn't complete, it really just makes it feel super grand, doesn't it, Wild?
It does. It's such a welcoming pathway, and I can't wait till we continue this on to the valley. And if you look very carefully, you might get a glimpse of some building that DG has been doing over that way. So again, make sure you check out all the other cave crafters. The link for them will be in the description down below. They are great builders, and there's some great stuff happening all over the server.
Yes, and make sure to subscribe to them if you haven't already. But on that note, guys, that is going to be the end of this video, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you are new, and we will see you guys later. And remember, stay carbonated.